Hi guys, welcome to Erika's Space. If you're seeing this face for the first time, my name is Erika Numbere. But if you're coming back, like you're returning, this smile is for you. Welcome back to this channel. Please, if you have not subscribed, subscribe. If you have been hiding yourself from liking the videos, like, comment, and share. Allow God to use you. Do the Lord's work. Share, like, what else? Subscribe. It will not take anything from your body to subscribe. Sure, you know that. Thank you. So today, I'll be talking about two topics under Boroboro and dishonesty in doing business. I think so. But let me start from Boroboro making me rich. It's a pidgin slang. So a friend of mine visited a while back, and she was like complaining because somebody we all know came to her for money. Borrow me money, I'm going to pay you back, kind of relationship. And she gave the money. In fact, a whooping sum of 100,000 naira in this Buhari regime. Out of good faith, she gave the money. Time to pay back became issue. Like, guy started dodging her. And what makes it a little bit, it makes it tricky and difficult and annoying is because they are not both in the same state. She just visited. She's not in Port Harcourt at the moment. The guy stays in Port Harcourt. So now she came back thinking, okay, I will get my money. Not possible. In fact, they've even done a deal together. Is that not a good heart person? Brought deal for person where they owe her. They even did a deal together. And it even took time for him to pay from the deal. Okay, I bring deal for you. I suppose get percentage. It took a while before that she got her payment. Or she had to say something to get her payment from him. And I'm like, why are people like this? Like, why? It was just painful. It was just painful. Like, why will you borrow money when you know you have no intentions of paying back the money you have borrowed? Like, why? Why? And the worst, you're not gonna meet some people that will start weighing your purse for you. The money that you borrowed me, or the money that you I don't know what to speak. I lend you money. Okay. The money that people should forgive me, oh sorry. The money that I came to beg from your hand that you gave me that I should pay back. That money, is it not small compared to what you already have? Why are you even disturbing me? You are rich. What do you need the money for? There are people like that. They borrow money from you because they feel you're rich. You don't have use for the money, so you will not come back to come and be asking them for the money. Why borrow money? There's a difference if you tell me, please, I beg, dash me money, I don't get money, and I need this. I need to get this. Why come to me? Borrow money from me. Then now you now start to be telling me my worth or my worth. Why borrow? That's how they have not paid her the money till now. That is how they have not paid her the money till now. My sister is another victim to this. Because me, I kokoma no get money now. But if you're in need of money from me, if it's not something I can dash, I would hardly borrow money to somebody. Especially, they see this money one and they give people for borrow 100,000. My dear sister, when people should send it my way, and the person is not paying you back. And there's a difference if the person pays like 5k, pays like 10k, and the person like, oh sorry, I've not been able to pay but let me just start small. This one no start, nothing, no intention. Instead, I avoid you. Money destroys relationship. I know a lot of people know this by now, but why borrow when you have no intention of paying back? Like, it's annoying. My sister, Friend from school. She borrowed the guy money. To pay back became issue. 5K. Money not too plenty now, abi. But paying back became an issue. She will call. Didn't I almost call the guy's name? Jesus, thank you for saving me. I know you'd have said I should have got it. So me, I'm like, the guy borrowed the money, time to pay back. My sister was calling him. I'm like, so you have 5K in this house? You have 5K in this house? And you went to go and give. Now, time to pay back. He's not agreeing to pay. That's one on that side. If you have experience, please leave it in the comment section. Another one is why are people so dishonest with their business? Use this example to say something. My mom had a tailor or she used to sew with one lady that the woman was just too, when rats they bite your leg and then they blow breeze so that you not get a handle of what's going on in the sleep. Please, rat have not touched my leg before. But anyways, the girl wants to disappoint my mom. She calls ahead of time. Madam, please, sorry, she was supposed to bring your clothes today. Sorry. She will not sew the style. Oh, madam, that's not what you... Oh my goodness, sorry, what can I do about it? And for my mom, that was like the first time a tailor is being all apologetic. Some of them would be, I did not know, madam, that's not what he said. Though. Or they will wait for you, come to their shop, you will sit down for hours. Yet they have not put scissors on your clothes. So now, but I discovered that my mom was with the lady for a very long time. Why? Because she used to call ahead of time. She will disappoint you, but you will know you're not supposed to go there to go and be ranting. Then when it's a simple style, she delivers or makes you happy with something else. But why so dishonest with your business, with your work? Why so dishonest? Like, why do people want to defraud people who come to them, who maybe seem vulnerable? Why is the first approach dishonesty or trying to defraud? Okay, the most recent that happened to me. Somebody came to me with a job that I was supposed to deliver upon within a period of time. It seemed really fast. Like I already said in my introduction video, I'm a tailor. So it seemed like something that had to be delivered urgently. I don't have tailors sewing for me. So I called my sister, who happens to also sew. Guy, can we deliver this thing this particular time? She was like, no. But I needed the cash. So I started thinking, what will I do? That's how I now remembered somebody who is a brother in the Lord. Now, waiting they pay me. When God forgive you, make it hard for man. See me, innocent me now. Maybe I've gone to God for forgiveness. I see they here with the story, they walk up and down. So he came, I called him, I told him my position. Can this work be delivered upon? I hear you have tailors that you don't sew, but I know you have tailors. He was like, yeah, that he can be delivered upon, that within 1 week they can do this. You have to bring in a couple of more tailors other than what he usually would use. I was like, oh, okay. Then I started begging. It's a company job that they won't pay me immediately. They'll pay me over a space of time. So I was like, I went to this guy, I tried to beg him. I told him, I don't have the money, I'm borrowing to do this work. With the intention that when I'm done with this work and they pay me, I will pay back the money that I borrowed. He was telling me, yes, he understands. Guy came to me, told me I should pay him the money, that he's entering Aba to go and acquire, like to go and buy the materials to give to the tailors. Like he's going there, he's trying to be there so that they will not buy nonsense. My dear, the yardage that we calculated or that his tailors told us would be enough, first of all, ended up not being enough. As if that was not enough, I had to send extra cash. I said that was not enough. The day they were supposed to deliver, they did not deliver. I had to call for extension of time. I said, let me keep quiet now. Last, let everything come. Let me see it with my koro ayabi. Let my money not just go like that. No be so. Only for consignment to arrive. Men and brethren. Consignment arrived. Waiting I carry I see. No be waiting I order. Oh, no be waiting I order. After this guy counted the number and we discovered they did not even deliver everything, 2 were still in Aba. Next thing, guy don dey set appointment. He's going to go and meet somebody around my place. That's how he left. That was how he left that day. I said, look, because the things arrived in the evening. He counted it. We got a hold of the numbers, the number of things that were available. So I started looking at the fabric. Because before this later consignment came, the first 8 pieces had already come. And although it was not the required fabric, it was not bad to the point of rejecting. So I waved it off. I told him that fabric was not the fabric. It was not exactly the fabric. He was telling me, no, and that's the sample fabric he gave me. I was like, it's not exactly the sample fabric. But I noticed from one of the caps that you perhaps bought the sample fabric. And he was like, okay. The 2 times, like the time when he called back to say the material was not enough, and the time when I contracted him for the work, these 2 times he made it seem, or he told me he was entering Aba sake say to buy the fabric so that the tailors will not make mistake. So when I started looking at all the fabrics and all the work that came, I started seeing things. They use gin for some. In fact, let me know, lab coat, for lab coat, they use gin. They use chinos, stretchy chinos for lab coats. I looked at my brother in the Lord. Where will I start from? So when I counted everything, my sister-in-law was like, I should not shout, I should just mellow to the 2 that had not yet arrives. The 2 now arrived. And I called this guy. See what you saw, see what you did. You did not buy the correct fabric. You did not do this. You did not do that. And guess what? Nigga was quiet to doing mellow. Now, let me take you back to why this was hurtful. We agreed on a fabric that was 1,500. But when I went to the client to show the sample, or when I came back with the sample, it happened to be the fabric that was 1,200. I did not bargain. I did not tell him, okay, now that it is 1,200, the charge has to change. I paid the money as if I was paying for 1,500, right? My own was, if you want to get gain from it, it does not matter. It does not really matter to me. Just get your gain. Do what you want to do. And before anyone can say anything, if I calculate the gain from that gain is that side. I'd already paid him half of the money he told me to pay him. And nobody should tell me he did not get a cut from the tailors that he used. Because now bad tailors. They so mass production. So people of God, that was how this guy delivered work. Refused to talk to me. I went and delivered the work. I was praying on work. When I was like, you placed me in a position where I'm now praying to God as if I don't know what is right. Like I don't know the right thing to do. Fast forward to when I had submitted the job, I laundered it, ironed everything, sent it, and they sent it to the field for people that are using, because it was a company that contracted me. They sent it, and the lady that brought the contract to me was not happy at all. She was upset. In fact, she was threatening to send back the things. And I called this guy out of anger. I sent him a text out of anger. That was how my brother in the Lord, my brother in our Lord Jesus Christ, started telling me, yarning dust and telling me that I planned for him to flop. Like I already did not have confidence in him. And I was like, so I went around looking for money and I borrowed a whooping sum, roughly about 400k, to give to you to flop. Like the audacity, like the responses that people that are dishonest in their business give. For me, it's the response. It's the response for me. You borrow money, you don't pay. Okay, now you do a job that you can see that you messed up. You're giving excuses. Why are people painting the church bad? Because I'm not talking about people that we met outside, though. People that are smoking in both somewhere, or people that are living in sin. That, I don't know. For them doing this, it's already proved that they're living in sin. Because me, I don't know what to say. Why the dishonesty? Why the dishonesty? You borrow money, you don't pay. They give you a job. You just want to swindle the person. You want to get your gain at the detriment of the other person. Please, if you have experienced these things, share in the comment section, because this is a rant that turned into a video. People should help us now. At least let us be able to trust the people we see in church too. Church is a hospital, we have heard. At least let us be able to trust them. Give your lives to Christ and allow Christ to use you. Don't be making somebody want to do business. Instead, you prefer to use somebody outside than to use somebody in your fold. My dear, we guys change, we guys do better. Basically, that's all my rant for today. Remember to like, remember to subscribe, remember to comment, and remember to share. I'm happy to be here. Before I end this video, let me just tell you people something. You want me to talk about something? Tell me. Send it to me. That I want you to talk about this. And if it needs me bringing someone that is more experienced, I'll bring in the person. Thank you for having me.